Paul and Sophie take the opportunity to open the portable door to escape, however they overlooked a rule: whoever closes the door owns it, and as a result, Wells jumps on it to reclaim control. Now the duo is trapped in the space with all the doors, and suddenly they hear a voice. It's Wells Sr. It's revealed that years ago, Wells lured his father to this place using a baby dragon, trapped him here, and then took over the company. Paul remembers Wells Sr. has a contract that should allow him to control his son. However, the man explains he can't use it because the soul contract must be deposited in the Bank of the Dead for it to take effect. Thinking they still have a chance, Paul begins looking for an exit, but there are doors everywhere. Wells Sr. says he has already tried and that all doors lead to emptiness. However, Paul concentrates on using his powers, and after lots of effort, he finally finds the exit. They come out on the streets, and an excited Wells Sr. takes them back to the company, where he begins making plans. He asks Paul to take Wells' contract to the bank while he goes to confront his evil son, and Rosie goes to pick up her husband. The group rushes downstairs, where the goblins are moving all the soul contracts away. Wells Sr. immediately finds his son to begin a fierce battle, during which they exchange dozens of magic attacks, destroying the room around them and causing the goblins to panic. As magic energy flies all over the place, Paul and Sophie try to sneak around to retrieve the door, but Paul is knocked down and captured by a group of goblins. Sophie uses her powers to try to contact Judy for help, however the goblins charge at her. Paul is desperate to save Sophie and fences off the goblins, only to get caught in a net. At that moment, Rosie arrives with a stapler and throws it at Wells Sr., who uses his magic to hit the stapler and reveal a goblin that had been trapped inside. Then Rosie reveals her true form is also a goblin, and she rushes to meet with the recently released guy, explaining the two of them are Tanner's parents. While the family has a touching moment, Wells takes the opportunity to launch a surprise attack on his father and traps him again. Paul tries to jump on him, but Wells' magic is fast and hits him away. At that moment, the other board members finally arrive at the scene and try to stop Wells, but he keeps them away by threatening to kill his dad. Then he traps Sophie with his magic, asking Paul to hand over his soul contract in exchange for her life.